Hello, everyone. I'm Allison, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of X on the Beach, episode 4. Joined as always with me is Clifford Myers, and we were so excited about this episode that we could not wait to do it. That's why we're doing it at 2/1 Central on a freaking Friday when everybody else is at work.
Absolutely. I've just finished watching it like an hour ago, and I'm officially a fanboy of this show. I'm having a great time.
Yes, I am loving every bit of this freaking show. Okay. All I have to say is we did the Survivor cast the other day, right?
Yeah.
I had 2.5 pages of notes. Let me count the notes I have for X on the Beach.
There's no way you have more notes for X on the Beach than Survivor.
6. I have 5.5 pages of
That's crazy. I actually have a lot of notes too, which is pretty crazy because this is a show about nothing, really.
I know. It is the best kind of show. This show is so bad, but it's so good. But here's the thing. I love because it comes on right after Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
So I'm like all up in it. I mean, I am all about these 2 hours of just dysfunction. It's just a mess. It's a hot mess.
So you still have cable. I do it the day after illegally on the internet. Like a class act that I am.
Yes, you put the ass in class.
Now, okay, so I want to dive in. This episode was crazy, right?
Yes.
Because we left off on a crazy high note, and you and I at the last episode were like, what could possibly happen? And you and I both I think we had different theories of who was gonna go, if it was gonna be Alicia or if it was gonna be Chelsea.
Yeah, the bitch's name is Chelsea. Can we just stop it with the Chelsea shenanigans? No one's buying it.
We know it's Chelsea because Chris is saying the name Chelsea a bit nowadays.
Gucci is saying the name Chelsea more than he was saying the name Chelsea when Chelsea was in the house.
And Haley's like, stop trying to be my boyfriend and keep calling me Chelsea. She's like right in his face. This is such a good episode.
I only date guys who address me by my name.
that should be a general rule. And this is okay, I'm gonna be so scatterbrained, but I have to address right off the top because Gucci was the main. He was the staple of our conversation last week. We were like, okay, this guy's taking the limelight. He's showing some strategic prowess. This guy's a real gamer. And then this episode happens. And he's just like, I just want you to call me babe.
Cliff, I have an entire page dedicated just to him. An entire page.
So we'll get there. We'll dive into the Gucci goodness.
I was so excited about this episode. What time did I text you this morning?
I woke up at 8 a.m. my time, and you already texted me.
I had sent the first message at 4 o'clock in the morning my time.
Really?
And then I sent another one at 4:30.
Wait, didn't you have to be up at 6 a.m.?
I get up every morning at 4:30, but I got up this morning at 3 because my boyfriend had to be somewhere at 4:30 this morning. So I had to make sure he was up and out of the house. And I couldn't go back to sleep.
Imagine waking up at that ungodly hour.
It's amazing.
You love it. It's the best ever. I go to sleep at that time.
No, it's not. But I sleep most of the weekend. That's why I don't leave the house. All right. We're going to deep dive all up in this episode. We're going to start with Chelsea and Alicia go home due to a tie. Not once, but twice they tied.
Now, we got to, this is the thing. So we go in, everything's explosive. Tarai's freaking out about Faith outing him about the body shots. Angela's like, body shots? I thought Tarai was the love of my life. And everyone's...
You know, my favorite thing about Tarai getting mad is he jumps up on his own. No one is doing anything to him besides just I think Angela just bopped him one time, but she didn't do anything else. No one is attacking him. And I swear, come at me. I swear, I will go nuts. I swear. And I'm like, everyone's just like, no one, look, hands are up. No one's, I'm sitting on my hand. Nobody's touching you.
The kind of tantrum he's throwing is like, you ever see like a guy, he goes to push a door and the door is not pushing and he freaks the fuck out and he's like, go, and he's like hitting the door and then he realizes he has to pull.
Yeah.
That's Tarai. You know, like he was like getting so mad. I'm just like, just pull the door, dude. You're good. Like he has such a big bark on him.
Yeah, and I mean, he was like fighting himself. It was like he was talking to himself. I'm like, is he fighting himself? Who's he talking to? Like, nobody's coming at you, bro.
You know what I think it was? I actually think it was a strategy to make the situation more heightened than what it is, to kind of try to take attention off of him, or at least when he has to have that real conversation with Angela, it will be more de-escalated, and then she'll be like, well, at least it's not as dramatic as it was when an invisible person was trying to hit Tarai. You know?
One of his personalities came out and he started fighting it.
Yeah, that was like the Joker in Arkham, like going back and forth in the straitjacket. Like,
yeah.
I was really like, so when we were going with the votes, I was like, yeah, for sure Alicia's out. We did not predict that Chase was going to throw in a second crush vote.
Yeah, I mean, because they didn't show us until, this episode.
So he was giving Alicia a second chance. And then because it tied, it goes to the singles. And then, not the singles, sorry, the X's. And then the X's, if they tie, both go home. And this was like the most savage thing. I was like, oh my God, Skylar's going to pull the trigger. She's going to ice two people at once, which is the best decision for the house. That is the fairest thing. Both sides get what they want. Right. Skylar does it, which makes the end of this episode so fucking savage.
Yes, we will get there, but she's
so savage.
It's so like this
she
whole
gave
like
everyone what they want.
Right.
She gave everybody what they want.
And then they were like, but well, yeah.
Oh,
it is the best thing ever.
It really was. This actually played out more strategic than the Big Brother Canada finale.
Oh God. You know what? I haven't even watched the Big Brother Canada finale yet, but I already know what happened.
Honestly though, 10 out of 10 speech. You're gonna like it. You're gonna have fun on your recap.
So Angela's freaking out. Tarai's fighting himself. Angela is sitting there going, oh, I'm gonna F Derek. Watch me move. Like she's already planning on double dipping with Derek.
What a crazy reaction to body shots. Like
it could have been any kind of body shot. Like it could have been like a body shot. Like you have two kinds of body shots, like the licking, sucking, nibbling, whatever kind of body shot. And then you have like a body shot, which is a physical shot, like hit, like, when you're about to get in a fight. And like,
you don't think that's what she thought. Shot me. You thought like Faith, there's no way she thought Faith and Tarai were trying to hockey fight each other.
This isn't a bright punch. Okay, this isn't a bright punch because I've got something else in my arsenal to say these people are not that smart.
I would love to see that argument. Tarai being like, yo, she was coming at me. And I was like, bro.
He was like, she was in the military. Like she came at me and I had to defend myself.
She could take out Tarai though. She packs so much heat.
I have so much money on Faith. It is well, I love her so much.
Yeah.
And this is like, and I have multiple Faith-isms. Like,
I think Faith and Jasmine are the absolute queens of this season.
Yes.
And like, Eddie Smith is in the chat. Hey, dude, how's it going? Gotta say hi to the chat room. We haven't said hi yet.
Eddie. Stephanie Wolf was texting me, and we were talking about it, and she said she wants a podcast with just Jasmine and Faith. I could listen to them talk about nothing.
They literally could have their own empire because they're so entertaining, and I really love that. This is a crazy good cutter crush ceremony, and like I love that Alicia and Chelsea went home because we get to just continue with the story. I like that they both went home. Do you like that?
I think it was awesome that they both went home. I felt really sorry for Alicia. You could see like the bags under her eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, that it was horrible. That it was painful for me to watch Alicia. And she was like more concerned with, I don't want to go home, not because I have to sit here and watch Taylor and Corey make out, but I'm going to be known as the crying girl at the party who took a body shot at Corey.
Yeah, that's true. She took a body shot. There's a lot of body shots. Yeah, like she was like sincerely upset. Like, because she was like, I have so much more to give to Corey, and Corey's just playing with this toy and Taylor. And then it goes to like Chelsko being like, I should have been here longer, I think.
I just like wearing like, skimpy tops and my jacket hanging off all the time. Like I have tons of jackets to wear to hang off my arms.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. Like Chelsko was really fun that one episode where it was all about the uncle fucking. But then after that, we're like, well, if you don't got uncle fucking, you don't got nothing.
Yeah, you're done. We're done with you. And so they're both gone now. Here's something.
Yeah.
So the fight continues in the house between Tori and Angela. And she's like, you did you did this, you did that. And he's like, no. I it's not what you think. And she's like, well, she told me that you said you were keeping your options open, all this stuff. And he's like, that's not what I said. And they do a flashback of him saying, I don't want to be with somebody whose drama I have to deal with. Gee, I wonder what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So she's like, go correct it. So he goes into Faith's room, just stoned. It's just like, basically, you're ugly, and I don't want to have anything to do with you. You don't have a shot. Angela's forcing me to say this. Bye.
Oh, it was such a coward move.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, as soon as he did that, I was like, you did not just do that to Faith. Faith is about to own your ass.
Yeah.
She's about to make, like, he's a big guy. He's about to feel this big. Right? Like, he's done right now. So, like, she snaps back at him. I love it. She's like, I'm going to have you crawling, bitch. Like, she actually said that to him.
If I was even interested in you, I would have you crawling, bitch. You're not a man. You should have told Angela, not Corey, what happened between us. Which was
smart. She deflects it off of, hey, I let Tarad do body shots off me. Like, the whole, like, she knew that Angela was with him and she still did that, but deflecting any personal responsibility and being like, well, you had the time to tell Corey, didn't have the time to tell Angela. And that's the only thing Angela hears.
So he looks horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Faith is in the clear. Nothing. So
she literally gets off scot-free. She's not in trouble for this.
So Angela breaks up with Tori. And she constantly is talking about, I'm going to get with Derek. I should have stayed with my ex. I should have done all this. And Derek is in the confessional. And she comes in and gets up. What's good? What's going on? You tell me what's good.
That was so cringy.
And they start freaking kissing in the It was nasty. I just didn't want to see that.
Yeah, their kissing was like really gross.
It was not in sync. It was like it was not. It was like, it's like she had to keep putting her hand on his face to keep his face on her face. No, stop trying to turn away from me and keep kissing me.
Yeah, and like he's like kissing her like, I don't know. I feel like they're kissing the way you would practice CPR on a dummy.
They're kissing the way you would practice kissing on a dummy.
Yeah, right? Yeah, like I was just like that. Like I don't even think I'm a good kisser, but I know that can't be good kissing. Like they're like rubbing gums. And like, how is this the appropriate response? She's like, hated body shot, so I'm gonna go fuck someone. Like I'm like, you are so extreme. This woman's a nightmare. Allison, she's a pure nightmare.
I don't want to have anything to do with her ever. I don't ever want to be around her. I don't want to be on a show with her. I don't care.
I wish her name was Jessica so I could call her Hot Messica. Because she is the hottest of messes I've seen on reality TV in a very long time.
We need to come up with a nickname for her besides Crap Mouth. Messelinja? No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, we can't force it. It's not going to come out right.
Yeah, it's not going to come out right. So this is where a good place, I think, to address Gucci, because I have a whole page dedicated to Chris Gucci.
Yeah, I do too. There's a lot of connections throughout the episode, so we'll be playing a lot of connect the dots.
So this, listen, I've been upset about my friends breaking up and been like, okay, this sucks, whatever. But I've never had a freaking boohoo snot flying everywhere breakdown over somebody. A couple break. I mean, he has a meltdown about Angela and Tori. I don't understand why. And Corey is comforting him the whole time.
He just went against them. He just went against them in the voting ceremony.
Yeah.
And then they're having a fight. It has nothing to do with him.
Your one little vote didn't have anything. Did you see how many people voted? It has nothing. Your one little vote didn't even count.
And he's like crying in Corey's arms.
I thought it was a joke at first.
Oh my God.
I mean, he was on the balcony with his arm down.
Corey cracked me up, though. Corey's like, I've never seen this many people cry on a dating show in my life.
He's obviously never seen The Bachelor. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, touche. Like, but Chris is like, there's a lot of crying this episode. It's mostly
and it's all done by Gucci.
Yeah, it's mostly from Chris. And everything else is happening with everyone else. And like, I was talking to Stephanie earlier too. She brought up a good point. Is this season filmed in like 2 weeks? Like, how long are they there for? Because like technically, I think they've only been actually there for like 4 days at this point.
I think they've actually been there a year and no one has told them. Like it seems like these last 4 weeks have been very long. Like, it's just like, I don't know the time frame. I don't know when they shoot these shows because Corey was just on the challenge.
Yeah.
Like right the night before the show. I mean, it's insane.
Well, that's why I think it's just like in like 2 weeks. So this is all happening. Imagine like this much drama in a short amount of time. I don't think people are supposed to be put through that.
I think when you put a bunch of young, dumb people together who are just really stupid, anything is like you will find anything and everything,
and they're like, somehow getting dumber. Like I watched Gucci devolve, and then Skylar almost become comatose by the end of the episode. She was like just increasingly losing brain cells.
I was losing brain cells. Like I had to get ready for work and I was afraid. I was trying to figure out where's the show? Oh, it's upstairs. Here's the thing. I've never seen anyone get this upset over somebody else's breakup that I'm not related to. And this just tumbles into, it's almost like he has a bleeding vagina because he was on his man period because it went from this to Haley.
Yeah, like he was like, it really did feel like, okay, his rhythm is off. He's menopausal. Like something's happening right now.
I know menopausal women who have it more together than he does.
Yeah.
Sad.
Which is saying a lot because I've been around menopausal women for a lot of my life, and it's a very intense experience. Right. So like Chris is channeling that, and like before he goes to jump all over Haley, there's a little bit of drama with Chase and Skylar at the same party, right? So you have Derek making out with Angela, Tarai's a little bummed out. You got Chris is grieving. And then and Chase is just being straight up with Skylar, like, yeah, you're drinking. I don't like it. And she's like, well, I choose partying over you. Like she basically said that.
This is what Chase said to Skylar. You know, he's talking about, well, first of all, he's like, I can't be with this kind of relationship, you know. And I'm like, well, first I'm thinking, well, what do you think's going to happen when you come on this quality show? And then he says, I can't be with this kind of woman that likes to drink, party, and eat. Eat? I had to rewind that. I go,
did he say that?
Yes, he said drink, party, and eat.
Okay, I think I might know what he means though, because like in the previous episode, when she gets drunk, she eats really grossly.
She eats like, who doesn't eat shit food when they've been drinking?
Well, I think that's where he's coming from though. Like I don't know if he's like, I don't think he's judging her being like, I wish you wouldn't eat. Like I don't think he's like making like a pro anorexia argument there. I think he's just like, you're gross.
Listen, he doesn't want a woman that eats. In your mouth. It's what he said. He doesn't want a woman that eats, Cliff. I'm going with that. He says that's not what I'm looking for in a girl.
Contorting the truth.
Yes. Oh, you don't want a girl that eats? Okay.
No, I think I just think he thinks she's gross. I thought that, and like I think when I'm not one to talk. Like when I used to be in the bottle and I would eat. Oh my gosh! It was. I once woke up on a pizza as a pillow. Like it's, and then the first thing I did was eat a slice without my hands. Like literally, like a duck without wings going for a cracker. Like that was me. So like I can't fully judge her, but I see where he's coming from. I don't want anyone to watch me duck eat a pizza.
Was it Hawaiian pizza though?
Always extra garlic sauce too, because I go cray cray.
Well, you know, most of the time we see Skylar, if you go back and look at previous episodes, she is sitting Indian style on a kitchen countertop with food in her hand. I mean,
she's always in the Buddha position, eating food drunkenly.
Right. She's just talking and eating. God forbid you eat. Drink, party, but eating? You got it. I mean, it just went. And then okay, and we got to cover something. Okay, cut to the X flag goes up.
Yeah, that because that happens right next.
Right, Victoria,
our favorite part, the flags.
Yes, so Victoria, Tori. I'm just gonna start calling them Tori because it's getting on my nerves. Victoria, Tori, and Taylor. Try to say that real fast.
Victoria and Tori should hook up so we can call them Victory.
Victory, Victory.
All right, continue.
But they won't just because we want to nickname them.
Yeah.
So they go to a lagoon-ish waterfall.
Which I think you're about to have the same gripe that I have.
This is where these people are not. I don't know who MTV thinks is watching this show, but we are a lot smarter than about all of them. And the people on the show, because here's the thing. The only ex that came out was Taylor's ex, Cameron.
I remember Cameron from Are You the One?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. They're all sitting in lawn chairs staring at the lagoon waterfall, and Cameron comes out of the beach.
I was like, okay, come on. And their reactions were bigger than ever before. They were like,
what are you looking around? He's standing to the side. Don't fucking play with me anymore. You trying to fool me. He's coming out of the fucking beach, and then he comes up the side all fake wet out of the waterfall.
I accepted it when they were looking at the beach and they came out of the water. I accepted that these were mermaids coming to land.
Right.
But when we're looking at a waterfall and they come out of the beach, that's just...
Here's the thing. The producers at this point, while filming the show, were like, to hell with it. We're done with it. We're not spending any more money on this show. We're not even going to the beach anymore. We're cutting back on production.
The cast members are the producers.
Right.
Like, they're all in the same ball of stupid.
There's a field out there that hasn't been mowed in 6 years that has a waterfall and a lake or a pond or something. Just throw some cheap Walmart chairs down there and just take it. Like, I don't even want to go to the beach anymore.
But Cameron's a good looking dude. I would have freely watched him emerge from a waterfall.
I thought you were about to say something else.
What did you think I was going to say?
I want to freely watch.
That would be so off base. Like, we're really talking about the ocean, the waterfall, and I'm like, yeah, he's a good-looking dude. I want to fuck him.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. Yeah. That's funny.
I'm sweating, so I got to grab some deodorant. I wish this were a joke.
Oh, legit?
I'm so excited over this. I'm sweating. Talk for a second. Just talk for a second.
Okay. How's it going, Deb? We have Deb here being our god from above, helping us with the technology stuff. So thank you for helping. Wait, did Deb leave too? I think Deb just left me hanging while you're getting your pits like put on. So hi chat, how's it going? Eddie Smith, how are you? I think Eddie's the only one watching. I think Deb disappeared. Man, I just got thrown into an existential conflict out of nowhere, and I didn't know that this would happen. I wasn't expecting it to happen today. Hi, Allison.
Where did Deb go?
You left, and then Deb fully disappeared. I was going to talk to Deb while you were gone. Deb, where'd you go? Did you just purposely troll me?
No, I froze up.
Oh,
okay.
Go out and come back in.
Because as soon as Allison left, I go, oh, Allison's leaving. I'll talk to Deb. And then you took off, and I was like, I'm fucked.
Now you just have to sit there and play with yourself.
That's basically what happened.
Listen, here's the thing. So we have the fake out with Cameron, who has great hair and tall and is tan. And Victoria is foaming at the mouth of this guy.
Oh, he looks like one of Zoolander's roommates.
He does. This is true.
But like a cheap version, like not blue steel, but like teal copper.
That's hilarious.
Right?
That's funny.
I do got to reference. That's from
Equate brand.
I do have to reference though. That's from a conversation I had with Stephanie earlier when we were making fun of them.
I love it. So this is the other best part of the show. Victoria and Skylar are fighting over Cameron in the kitchen. First, they're in matching outfits. Did anyone else catch this?
I did. I was like, wait, what's happening? Why?
They both have on white t-shirts tied in the front and freaking black leggings. They're both sitting in the same position on top of the kitchen counter, fighting. And Cameron is like, I don't like either one of them. They basically, I think Faith thought, I don't know what this is. They're scaring me, and it's hard to scare me. And they're like freaking twins sitting over there arguing and eating. Eating is a big no-no. Well,
and they're like trying to claim him, and even our voice of reason pops up again. And I can't believe I'm saying that Pauly Califoré is our voice of reason, but he's like, yeah, there's nothing hotter than women being territorial.
Oh my God, because I forgot he was on the show. I was like, oh, Pauly.
They gotta throw him in there just so we remember.
Yeah.
Crazy cat lady. I like your mug.
Men love angry stage 5 clingers. I mean, the other part is like they're fighting. Jasmine and Faith are trying to have like a nice time in the bath, a bubble bath. Then Skylar storms in there with Victoria, interrupts the bath, and Skylar's like, you've been chasing Chase ever since I got here. I mean, you've been like all up in my stuff business. And Victoria's like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? I didn't even know you existed at first. So yeah, I went after him. How can you be pissed at me when I didn't even know you existed?
And Faith and Jasmine are just trying to have a bubble bath.
They're just blowing, but like, that's what I would have done. I would have just been fanning bubbles in the air.
These two girls, and this is, you don't argue with drunk people. Like, it's not going to go anywhere. And was she drunk? Because it looked like it was like 10 a.m.
Skylar is drunk. Skylar is the Brandy Glanville of X on the Beach. She is shit-faced from sun up to sundown.
Drunk and eating.
Yeah, drunk and eating. That's what happens. You bloat and you eat. It's not a good combo. And I don't know where it's going with that.
I just like, so when I was watching like Angela say, well, I will go fuck someone else to get revenge, and then she's making out with Derek, I was like, oh, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. And then it's like,
it got better.
Gucci crying in the arms of Corey, and I'm like, oh, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. Nope. And then you have Victoria and Skylar arguing about a guy that they haven't actually met.
They haven't even talked to him.
They haven't talked to him. They don't know this guy. They don't even know his last name.
And he's hiding with a weapon somewhere.
Yeah, like he's literally in the corner with a spear.
Yeah, he's filing restraining orders.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, this is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. This like, it's very uncomfortable.
This is not the cringiest thing. The cringiest thing is what happened next. When Skylar takes Cameron down by the waterfall and says, look, I'm feeling you. You're my type.
Like you look like my ex-boyfriends. The guys that didn't work out with, you look like them.
You're so my type. I really like you. I think we would like super chill together. And he's like, no, you're not my type. He's like, okay, yeah, he's being nice, but then he's like, especially he's like, this is just a no. I don't want to have anything to do with her. She goes in to kiss him, and he goes to high five her, and she's like, no high fives, and it turns into this weird,
awkward side hug,
and you end up with your faces like this, which is just a little too close.
Well, her face is like underneath his nipple because he's so tall.
He's so tall, but it was just so funny because she was just like, I'm feeling you. I'm just like...
He was a little rude, though, because he said he didn't like her body. Like he said
that's not his type. Maybe he likes someone a little thicker.
Yeah, well, I think he does, right? Like, because Faith has a bit of junk going on.
Right.
Does Deb keep disappearing?
Deb's computer's trying to kill itself because it doesn't want to hear any more about this show.
My computer's trying to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Because of like shit. What we're talking about.
That's the X on the Beach effect. That's the X on the Beach. But that whole conversation too, it's not like she's not going, hey, so tell me about yourself. You know, as humans do when they're trying to gain interest, she's like, I want you, and I think that's the best solution for all of us.
And he's just like, okay, I'm gonna be Cameron, and you be Skylar, and let's have the conversation. Okay, we're on the balcony, we're looking at the waterfall.
Listen, I think that you're tall. And you look like the guys where it didn't work out with them at all. I dated my exes, and we should be together forever now.
Are you done? Because I need to go get a burrito out of the microwave.
My ex-boyfriend looked like a burrito.
Did he?
Yeah, extra cream cheese. Wait, do people put cream cheese on burritos? She does because she's drunk and eating.
He's like, look. You smell like a tequila worm. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Like, you smell like a brewery. And
smell like whiskey and Cheetos.
I couldn't be less attracted to you. You have pepperoni on your ass from the pizza you sat on. You sit on the countertop barefoot. You wear matching outfits with your enemy.
Which might be my favorite like little tidbit of the episode, because I didn't fully catch on to that, and that's hilarious. That the idea of enemies wearing matching outfits is the funniest thing to me.
It's like the crazy bitch uniform.
Like imagine the Joker showing up in the Batman suit. Like, that's so funny to me.
I mean, they've got their t-shirts tied so it doesn't come up, and the leggings on. They are ready to fight.
Yeah, like, well, that's their fight gear. That's their gladiator wear.
Ready to go. It's time to go. Okay, and we're not even done. Like, we haven't, like, there's new lows in this show. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, because we got to address too, while we're talking about Skylar, that he also stated he didn't like Victoria either, because she talks too much, and she had verbal diarrhea. She was going off about, I don't even know what the hell she was talking about.
I don't know what she was talking about. Like, they did a bunch of jump cuts, and she wasn't even really talking to him. She was talking at him, and he's just looking at her like, I'm just trying to think of a reason to leave the room. Should I fart? or what. She might like that though.
And so this whole thing is cringy, but I think it gets a little cringier because then we have the Chris and Haley debacle.
Oh yeah, this is where it just gets even worse. Like I don't even know where to begin. This all started, and I don't even know where this came from. I didn't see this coming.
Everything's left field in this show. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense. Haley and Derek are out on the balcony. They're just talking, and they have this weird, super awkward long hug for no reason.
Yeah.
And Chris sees it and continues to have his man period, bleeding all over the place, nonstop. And it just freaks out. He goes out there and they start getting into it about Derek. This is where he calls her Chelsea like 17 times.
And I'm so flabbergasted because he's like, you're crying. You say, I just want you to call me babe. And you can't get her name right. Like that. I've never seen this in my life. Like
he's chasing her around the house calling her fucking Chelsea.
She's like, stop fucking calling me Chelsea.
My name's not Chelsea, it's Haley. And then he does it in front of Faith, who has an epic reaction. She's like, oh, God. She's like, Gucci mess. I love it. But this is my impression. Can I do my impression?
Yes, please.
Gucci. I just want to call you babe, and you won't let me call you babe. I just want to call you babe, and you won't let me. God. Why am I upset? Tori and Angela broke up, and it's because of my 1 out of 20 votes. It was 20.
Yeah, he's still. You know how torn I am about the Angela and Tori situation.
You know what kind of day I'm having, and you run around and you're hugging Derek. This is too much, Chelsea.
And I love when he goes, I just want to call you babe. And then the narrator pipes in and says, are you sure you don't want to call her Chelsea?
I about fell on the floor. I was like, this is the best thing.
That was God tier trolling. God tier.
Yeah. Well, they end up hugging it out. She's like, look, I'm standing here trying to hug you and letting you call it babe or whatever. And you're just not, and then he like death hugs her.
And they're crying into each other's arms after he just cried the same way in Corey's arms. And I'm like, there's a lot of hugging and crying this episode.
This guy needs to be on the medication I'm on. It'll take care of that. It's just like raging. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
It was just not.
He's not keeping his composure. He's losing his shit.
It looks like a bitch.
But he was calm during the conflict when everyone's freaking out, and then lost his shit when someone else was in a conflict, and then a girl had a hug, and then he couldn't remember her name. Like, I don't get this guy at all. Last episode, we thought he was a strategic mastermind. This episode, I think he's self-lobotomized.
She smacked him.
Yeah, she legit, she put hands.
Do you know what would happen if my boyfriend called me by his ex's name one time? It wouldn't be a slap. You wouldn't be able to find the body. You wouldn't be able to find the body.
That's serious business. You can't call someone by your ex's name.
Never. I accidentally call sometimes my cat Finley. Sometimes I accidentally call him by his little sister's name, Phoebe. Her name is Phoebe, but her nickname is Fifi. And sometimes I'll accidentally say Finley, and he gets bit. This guy doesn't need any more stress.
I had a situation once where I talk in my sleep, and then Lindsay woke me up in the middle of the night and goes, "Who the fuck is Jackie?" And I was having a dirty dream about Jackie from That 70s Show.
Ooh.
And I had to explain it was Mila Kunis. And then from there, I was like, okay, I'm going to put her on my list so I can't get in trouble if it happens again.
Yeah, so we all know who Jackie is. It happens. It happens.
But like that was a dream, and I got in trouble. So imagine saying that in real life, calling your ex. Oh man, yeah. I'm surprised she didn't get in trouble for hitting him.
Oh, honey, that wasn't a hit. That was like a mosquito
on these
bite.
shows, you're not supposed to clap. You're not allowed to touch him.
Well, he needed some sense knocked into him at that point. Everyone, the producers are like, let it go, let it happen. Nobody move, nobody intervene. He probably needs another one.
They ended up sleeping in the same bed, so it all turned out okay.
Look, they were hugging it out, and it's fine. And just when you think the show can't get any lower, we're going down into the Shack of Secrets.
Oh God, that was
Tori and Jasmine.
I can't believe they made a puzzle out of that.
Okay, so this is what happened. Yes. They have to, okay, what happens is everyone is confused. Why is Tori and Jasmine, why are they being summoned down to the Shack of Secrets? Like even everyone in the house has forgotten that Derek and Jasmine have had any kind of interaction because I just fucking forgot until they did a flashback.
We're on day 4 now.
Yeah, they like kissed. It's like, this is a thing. Okay, they're not in a relationship yet. So in Tori, they take them down to the Shack of Secrets, and they're like, "You got to put this puzzle together." And the first thing Tori says is, "That looks a lot like Derek's shirt."
When the pieces are so big, and you can see their faces on the pieces.
Like they had to make the puzzle pieces so big that like your little boy could have put that puzzle together. A 1-year-old could have put that.
If the pieces were any smaller, they would have been there forever.
It would have taken way too long for them to figure out. I mean, they're like the size of a window pane. They're huge.
Yeah, they're like, well, we know Jasmine can do the puzzle, but we want Tarai to feel like he's involved.
And she's doing all the work, and he's just acting like touching the pieces to make it look like he's doing something. Well, they end up putting it together, and it's a picture of Derek and Angela doing that nasty kiss with their, just nasty. And I just want to point out that as they were going down into the Shack of Secrets, that this is Angela. Like, I mean, she's like, well, when are they going down there? Like, she was pissing herself. Like,
she knew what it was.
Oh, she knew.
She knew immediately. She's like, oh my God, I bet you that they're making them solve a puzzle.
I bet there's a puzzle of me kissing Derek. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it's not my fault. It's Derek's fault.
But like, and I gotta say, I praise Jasmine and Faith a lot, even when they don't get a lot of camera time.
Yeah.
I will not suppress my praise for Jasmine. The way she handled Tarai's bullshit here, where he put all the blame on Derek, and she's like, are you fucking crazy? She's like, me and Derek are undefined. You and Angela are an actual thing.
She's like, so you don't blame Angela at all. I mean, let's recap what happened. Derek was by himself in the diary room, and all of a sudden, Angela storms in there, and she initiated the whole thing.
Everything is Angela. Everything is Hurricane Angela. She comes in, she destroys everything.
All crap mouth.
And then Tarai is just like, yeah, Derek's got to go. We got to cut him. He's obviously the source of all the drama.
There's just it's just, it's on. And then Jasmine handles it classy, walks off. She's like, I'm going to do you a solid. I need a minute. If you want to keep your genitalia, you better give me a minute. Derek's like, cool.
Good composure.
No problem.
She will not feed into the drama.
Angela follows Tarai upstairs going, you did it. It's your fault. If you hadn't been doing body shots off of Faith, I would have never done that. Complete victim mentality.
Oh, and who was it that said Big T is whipped? Because he is legit.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I think it was actually Derek talking about it. It was like, yeah, Big T is like legit whipped. And then like Lexi was kind of coming to Tarai's side because they had to show her once in the episode.
Yeah,
And so yeah, and then she was like gone forever for the rest of the episode. But like it was like I really feel like more and more last episode gave us divides of the kinds of people in the house. The down to earth cool people and the over the top drama people.
Right.
And we had one from each side in the shack of secrets. Mm-hmm. We had Jasmine down to earth, we had Tarai over the top. And then, of course, he goes and has the over-the-top reaction, and then she goes cool, calm, and collected, and deals with her thoughts on the situation. And this is where I am gonna jump ahead a little here, but like this is where she's such a PogChamp, because later on she's gonna be dropping a crush vote, and she's just gonna she is just playing the game now.
Yeah,
I love Jasmine so much.
I love Jasmine. Like I said, I just want to watch Faith and Jasmine. That's it. I don't care about any of these other people. But all this is going on. Corey is the voice of reason, which boggles the mind.
He's almost like the father figure of this house, eh? It's like everyone looks to him. Everyone with a problem goes to Corey. Everyone turns to Corey, constantly about Corey, and Corey's the one always giving advice on things. What's happening?
I'm shook because it's like I said last week. The abyss has a bottom. We found it, and Corey is guiding everyone through it to it. Here you go. But he's right. Everything he said, though, shockingly, I agreed with, because he was like, "Look, you both did something stupid. And now you're both paying the consequences for it." And Tori even said, "Look, I'm fine. I'm good. I understand why you did it. I just need a minute." And she just will not stop agging him on about it.
Yeah. Well, and like the way he was putting it, right? Like Corey was talking about how hey, listen, you guys have disrespected each other.
Yeah.
Right? That's what's up. And you guys got to deal with it. You did what he did, that kind of thing, and then just talk it out. It's so crazy. I would never, if you told me that Corey was going to be the voice of reason on the show, I would not understand, because the whole thing is Tarai was saying Derek, and then Corey said Angela is just as wrong as Derek is.
Right, and two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah. Okay, if they don't, it feels good at the time, but look, nobody's going to get. These two are going to be back together in the same bed. Now, while all this is going on, they just out of left field again. This whole just out of nowhere. Yeah. All the girls are together, and Victoria tells Skylar she's going home. She's going home. In a panic, Skylar goes to Chase and it's like, "Will you just do me a solid and throw a crush vote my way?" And he's like, "Well, if I do that, are you going to try to pursue this relationship or one with Cameron?" And she's like, "I don't know. That's like a conflict. That's a hard. I don't know."
That's why I think she's getting dumber as the episode goes on. I was like,
"Okay, I'm gonna be Chase and you be Skylar." I love doing that. I love it. Okay, just ask me.
Can you give me a crush vote, because people want to vote me out, I think.
Well, I don't know, because are you gonna, if I do that, are you gonna pursue a relationship with me? Because you seem to be all up in Cameron's pee hole.
I think maybe I would shoot for Cameron, but I just really want crush vote.
You're eating, so it's a hell no. Maybe if you hadn't been eating, because I only go for anorexic.
I just put so much cheese in my mouth. Oh
my god, I want some cheese right now.
I just did an impromptu mukbang.
Mukbang? What?
What?
I'm gonna choke. Oh no, you're gonna kill me. I'm gonna die on this podcast.
Are we gonna watch die.
Do not kill me. I cannot die doing this. I need to know there's more to my life.
Mukbang.
Oh no! How did Clifford die? He shoved cheese in his mouth and just croaked. Oh. Well, if we had people watching, we don't anymore.
What were you saying?
I said I did an impromptu mukbang.
Oh, I thought you said mukbang.
No, do you know what a mukbang is?
No, but I know what a mukbang is. It's what I do every Saturday morning when I wake up.
What? Spoiler alert.
Tell me what a mukbang is.
Oh my gosh. Now I'm afraid of Saturday mornings. Now,
All I can think of is
what's that?
all I can think of is every Saturday morning now I'm going to be wondering whether or not Allison is getting her freak on.
Yeah.
Get a little mukbang before my coffee on Saturday.
Well, no, a mukbang is like an internet tradition where people watch other people eat food in a really gross way. Yeah, like, so they'll sit there and like someone will order like every item on a Wendy's menu, and then people, like thousands of people, will tune in and just watch them eat it.
Do you know these people get more views on YouTube than I do?
Yes, absolutely. These people are now, and that's why I was like, I just kind of did a mukbang because they eat that gross. They're just like really disgusting.
Let's just start going under the mukbang hashtag and
Mukbang.
toss it to the wind.
Hashtag the mukbang.
I'm gonna be choking all episode now. That did not go down the right way. I think Eddie's just having a meltdown in the chat right now.
Eddie and I went to high school together. We knew each other a long time ago. Here's the thing. So we get to the vote, and it's between Derek and Skylar. And first up is Derek. And he's got his votes, a vote, whatever. This is where I lost it. I will be using this for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Faith gave me something I'll probably have on my tombstone about me.
Okay.
Derek, you are all over the house, running through everybody like diarrhea.
I didn't hear her say that. That's
Oh
funny.
my God, you didn't hear that?
No, I didn't hear that.
She
I didn't
goes,
catch that
oh my
at all.
God. She goes, look at Derek. He is running all through this house like some diarrhea. And I'm about, oh my God, like I can't. That's gonna be Allison's tombstone. She was she ran through this
Ran through
life
like diarrhea.
like a bad bout of diarrhea. She's out.
Well, like yeah, I really feel like, Faith and Jasmine held their own. I kind of want to paint the picture for this voting ceremony because they're making it look like it's like Skylar versus Derek as the choices, as if Tarai has any pull.
Yeah.
Right?
None.
Tarai and Angela are trying to make this a Tarai and Angela show, and everyone else is like, okay, how are we going to vote? Like, let's make our own decisions.
Excuse me.
Right?
I'm choking on regret. Sorry.
And like, I really feel like Jasmine, Faith, and Victoria were the champs this episode because Victoria got exactly what she wanted.
Right.
And she was one rallying the troops and being like, yo, let's not pay attention to them. Well, let's do it this way. And so Skylar got a shit ton of votes. And then Jasmine even put a crush vote on Derek just to make sure no funny stuff happens.
He got 2 votes and a crush. And Skylar just like after like the 10th vote, I was like, we have to keep counting the cutting votes. If I were Skylar, I'd be like, you know what? That's it.
I think by like vote 9, Skylar was like, I think there's a crush vote in there. I think just keep going. I think there's like she can't do math. There's a crush vote in there.
How many does that one crush vote eliminate?
One.
No, that's what I was saying.
I actually thought you were asking.
It's not like, whatever. I'm not that dumb. But here's the thing. Look, just because I got a GED don't mean shit. Here's the thing. She just took off. She left.
Oh, it became very heartbreaking. And this is what's so savage. She just gave the entire house what she wanted by voting both Alicia and Chelsea out. And then they just turned and iced her hard. And Chase was just like, nope, you got to go. And she was like legitimately heartbroken. Because I don't think she understands what happened.
She looked like a mannequin to me. She looked like a mannequin to you?
Yeah, she was really attractive episode 1. And then as the episodes went on and you start seeing like how fake her eyelashes are and how fake everything is, you're kind of like, oh, nah.
It's like the contouring got a little out of control.
Yeah, you know, like I was kind of like at first I thought she had that like Kate Hudson realness, but it's like she has Kate Hudson fakeness because like she has like the allure of Kate Hudson, but like Kate Hudson actually just shines from her wonderful personality.
You know who Taylor reminds me of?
Who's that?
Like a pretty Cameron, who's that actress? Cameron Diaz. Like a pretty Cameron Diaz.
Wait, are you saying Cameron Diaz is not pretty?
I do not find Cameron Diaz attractive.
Have you seen The Mask?
Yes, and she should have had one on.
Wow! That is... The Mask in the red... When she comes in, slow motion in the red dress in the bank scene, 12-year-old Clifford watched that more than he's ever seen The Mask.
Let me tell you something. You were muff-banging yourself.
Classic Cliffy muffbang.
Let me tell you something else. I think she's beautiful in her younger days. And then something happened and she just it just evolved into something that I can't explain. And I'm not being ugly. I'm not being ugly at all.
Well, I gotta laugh for a second. We have Forever Sunshine in the chat just came in and said, what show are you guys talking about? And like, if someone does not know what we're talking about, this has to be the weirdest podcast on earth.
We're talking Forever Sunshine. We are talking about X on the Beach for MTV episode 4.
It's our favorite trash show right now, and we're having a really good time because it's just there's actually some strategic prowess to it. Mm-hmm. Which is really weird because it's like a trash show with the dumbest people in the world.
Well, speaking of the dumbest people in the world, when Skylar's eliminated, Chase is on the balcony crying.
Completing the trilogy of the Gucci tears.
The Gucci tears are a-flowing from Chase. And Torai comes out there and it's like awkwardly go, look, man, I'm gonna hug you. And he's like kind of forcing Chase, like turn, like, man, I'm trying to hug you. I'm trying to help you through this. And it was a very awkward, it was a lot of awkward hugging.
Yeah, it was hugging and crying. That's what I'm saying. It was a trilogy. Yes. It was so the first hugging and crying movie was between Gucci and Corey, and then it was Gucci and Haley, and then it's just like kind of like, you know how Home Alone 1 and 2 had Macaulay Culkin, but Home Alone 3 had a whole new cast?
Yeah.
So for the third one, they casted Chase and Torai, and then Torai was saying there's nothing sadder than man tears.
Oh, and she said, oh, LOL. First I thought Big Brother Candace, since you said Derek, LOL.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
we do cover Big Brother Canada, but that'll be Monday. But yeah, it's not the same day. Sadly, if you can believe it or not, the Derek from Big Brother Canada has more personality than the Derek on X on the Beach.
Yeah, that's true.
What a quinkity.
But Derek on X on the Beach has more game.
I want to. What if Kayla and Derek showed up on season 2 of X on the Beach as exes?
That would be like, I don't know. I don't think Kayla's after this. Like, we're going to go to Big Brother Canada for a second here because I think she's going to experience Aubrey levels of like, you've been robbed.
Yes.
Right? Like everyone's going to be really pushing that. Whereas I really think, I don't think she was robbed. I think Paris, by winning the last HOH, totally took away your argument because Kayla had to cut Derek to win the game.
I just wish that Kayla had been the one to cut Derek.
Oh, but then I actually think if Kayla cut Derek, I think Kayla might have won. But because Paris cut Derek, took away any argument she possibly had and stopped her narrative.
Right. But we're sticking to the show.
Okay, fine.
Fine, we'll get
that.
Here's the thing. Did you see the preview for next week's show?
Yeah, so I wrote a note. They had the Shack of Secrets.
I didn't see it.
Okay, so the Shack of Secrets, they're going. So for next week, the X's are going to have power. So I'm wondering if they're going to be able to vote out one of the original singles.
Who do you think they would vote out?
Angela in a heartbeat.
That's true. I would love that. I want one of Tori's exes to show. I'm sick and tired of bringing people down to the fake beach and not bringing all the exes.
I don't want the Tori and Angela show anymore. I want to see more from the other contestants. I want to see, like, if Cameron starts trying to hook up with Faith, I want to see that storyline. Like, I want to see Cameron and Faith. I want to see more Faith. I want to see more Jasmine.
See, I do too, but I just want to see I just want to see the look on Angela's face when Tori's ex shows up and she leaves the show because she's crap mouth. She can't handle it.
Here's the thing. So I can tell you right now, Tori does not go to the beach. It is Chase, Victoria, and one other girl. And the looks on their faces when someone's emerging from the ocean is Victoria looks like what? The other girl looks like what? And then Chase is like, oh. So I think it's an ex of Chase is coming back. And I have a theory. I'm going to say it now before next week's episode. Okay. I think it might be Skylar. I think they might just bring her back.
Oh, God. If they bring her back, don't give me that. I can't handle it. I'm getting stupider as the time goes about watching this shit.
I think they might do that because, like, the look on his face seemed really like he was not happy.
What other ex does he have besides the chick on The Bachelorette? She's still engaged. She didn't pick him.
Is she engaged?
Yeah.
That'd be funny if she just came on to just brag about it and then leave.
Here's my ring. I almost sunk to the bottom of the ocean on the way up here.
So next week, the exes are going to have some power. Chase is in for some more drama, and Victoria's with him on the beach, so I think she'll be involved with that. But, like, yeah, I think it's the show's really picking up, but, like, I want to see more from the other people we have.
This is true. I want to see way more. I want to see a little bit more Paul and Kelly and Fiore. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, I actually do want to see more Pauly. And, like, him and Corey being the voice of reasons in the show is so weird to me.
It's like those are the last two people I would go get advice from.
Yeah, like somehow Pauly's making me like him, and I never thought I would ever like Pauly.
And remember, we're drunk on the beach at the bar with Aunt Patty.
That's right. We are with Aunt Patty. I forgot she joined us on the beach.
Yeah, and people are taking advice from us, so I'm pretty sure they would take advice from anybody.
That is true. I actually think I'm going to start following them on Twitter just so I can watch their drama unfold after episodes.
You know what? We need to look all of them up on Twitter, and find them. And Instagram and look them up. And then we can have, like, at the end of the show, there's a show. They haven't been, because it's on Rob Has a Podcast, the MTV wrap-ups.
Okay.
And they were covering, like, the challenge and all that. Well, they haven't been doing it lately. I know it's run by two lawyers. I'm going to ask Rob Cesternino if he wants us to do it. But here's the thing, because they haven't been updating it. They had a thing towards the end of the show where they were like, okay, so this is what happened this week on Twitter and Instagram. So we could kind of, not copying them, but we could kind of do this thing. This week in social media.
We can rip them off. That's okay.
They're not using it right now anyway.
We'll just say we're ripping them off. Yeah. So that is our episode. I'm really excited for next week's episode. I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be awesome.
I want more Faith. I want more Jasmine. Hit them up with your socials, Allison.
You guys know how to get in touch with me. It's in the body of this video. The.memphis.darling on Instagram, on Twitter @Summers, SOMMERS 1977. Please subscribe to my weekly meltdown on YouTube. And please like my weekly meltdown on the Facebook.
And I am Clifford Myers, and please subscribe to my YouTube if you haven't. And today I'm actually going to be doing, I'm going to drop a video about my thoughts about the BB Can winner and about what I think is a serious flaw in the game of Big Brother. So,
that'll be a good one.
Oh, yes.
All right, guys. I think we will be covering Big Brother Canada Monday evening. Tyler is out of town. He's got some family graduated from college. You know, it's that time of year. People are graduating and shit. So whatever. So we'll probably be doing that Monday, and we'll be back Wednesday for Survivor Ghost Island. And we're gonna have to come up with another Saturday show because we don't have Big Brother Canada anymore after Monday. So
well, we have that special coming up.
What special?
Oh yes, we have a special in the works.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do we want to say yet or no?
Yeah, you can go ahead and say it. I already have 6 confirmed.
Okay, we're going to be interviewing reality stars from shows like, what was it, Kitchen Nightmares and Naked and Afraid, and they are going to tell us about their journey from the couch to the tube. You see what I'm saying? Like what they went through to get on the show, the casting process, and the experience of being on the show and what life is like now. So we've got 6 people. I'm not going to say who they are yet, but we've got some people coming on. So we'll be working on putting that in the works. So
that'll be good. That's cool.
Yes.
I like it.
Because not everybody gets on first time. Everybody gets rejected. Almost everybody gets rejected.
Yes, we could probably do a show about my failures.
Yeah, we probably could.
All right, guys. We will see you later. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Peace out. Oh,